What's going on, guys? It's your boy CJ, aka Coach Chop. Today we're going to talk about another chest exercise, actually a compound lift, what we know as the bench press, okay? So, what are the significance of a bench press? Well, yes, they work your chest, they also work your triceps, your shoulders. Believe it or not, your abs and your back is involved. So some of the benefits of the bench press is, of course, strengthening your whole upper body and possibly even leaning it out. If you're looking to bulk up, you could definitely use the bench press as well as bulking up. But you can definitely use it to generate more power and strength. You can definitely use it as the opportunity to create more momentum and flow when it comes to a chest exercise day, an upper exercise day. And then bench press is also good for building your forearms as well. And the reason being is because the way you grab the bar, and I'll explain to you guys in a few, how people grab the bar makes the big difference. I see a lot of people when they bench press and they grab the bar like this, which can be a big problem, simply because of where the weight is being loaded on. And what you want to do is, first off, you don't want the bar to be hanging on your fingers. That's the first thing you don't want to do. Because if you're bench pressing and the fingers are loose like this, you can drop it on your neck, right? You want to maintain a good grip. And the reason why I know is based out of experience. I actually held the bar like that one time and dropped it on my chest, right? So I don't want that to happen to you guys. So you want to be able to squeeze that bar and make sure your wrist is just straight. And the way you do that, you just squeeze the bar. You can't squeeze a bar like this throughout the whole way. You can't squeeze a bar like this throughout the whole way. When you straighten your wrist like this and squeeze your fist on the bar, then you can be able to hold the weight, and you can actually do the way you need to without dropping the bar on your neck. The second thing is that in a lot of cases, a lot of people will tell you, whether it's powerlifting, whether it's just bench pressing in general, there's a couple of ways that people perform a bench press. If you're a powerlifter, you're probably going to arch your back a little bit more and have your glutes in the seat, but your upper traps are driving in the seat. If you're not a powerlifting or a powerlifter and you're just regular bench pressing, just make sure that you engage your core, your abs, and of course your lats and your back. Now we've talked about how important your lats are in your core compound lifts, your bench press, your squats, your deadlifts, your rack pulls, your overhead press, and your squat press and things like that. So again, engage your lats, engage your rear delts, which is your foundation, engage your abs, and I'll show you guys what the reps are gonna look like. Make sure when you engage in your lats, your arms don't come out like this. You actually want the position to be here when you're pressing, okay? And the reason why we don't want our arms out like this is because, think about it. You go to a doctor's and they do a shoulder impingement test on you and they tell you to raise your arms. Usually your impingement comes from here. That's one of the reasons why we kind of fix the way we do our bench presses, or at least I fix the way I do my bench presses with my clients, is because you don't want to be pressing from this motion. It's a lot more straining on your shoulders than you think. We actually want to come down here, and again, we talk about stretching and contracting the muscles. So when we get down to this portion, we're stretching our chest, we get to stretch some of our delts. Now in the position when we're down, we're contracting our triceps so they're kind of flexed, or they're holding a lot of weight. They're not flexed, they're holding a lot of weight at this position. But then when we come up, then our tricep is flexed, and then of course we can squeeze our chest and our shoulders. I'm not a big fan of how wide I go or how close I go, although yes, a lot of times people do go wider for chest and shoulders and go closer for triceps. But there is a way where you can actually determine your grip that you want to use and still build your chest, triceps, and shoulders without having to go wide or close. And that's a different video from today. So I'm going to show you guys how to perform the bench press. For some of you guys who are new, I set this safety bar here, okay? So as you can see, the safety bar, if the bar was to ever drop, you can drop it down and go from there. I didn't set it all the way up because I'm not going to typically use it. But if you were to ever use it, just make sure you put it to the point where if you drop the weight, it can stay there and you don't drop it on your neck or your chest like I do, okay? So here we go. So first things first, guys, feet placement is so important, okay? And I'll show you guys in a few actually, about right here, okay? So feet placement is important because of the fact that you're driving your feet in the ground, okay? So feet placement is very important. You're gonna place your feet a little bit wider than the seat itself, okay? That's the first step. Second step, step two, is make sure you evenly position your back. Whether you're doing a split machine or free weights, it doesn't matter, guys. Symmetry is huge. I learned that at a young age when lifting weights. Being symmetrical is what helps to prevent a lot of muscle imbalances when it comes to working out. And when you're doing exercises like this, you don't want any muscle imbalances, okay? So after we set our feet and we set our back, right? we make sure our back is actually glued to the bench seat, so that we don't come sliding off this way pressing or that way, okay? Next thing is hand positioning. So typically I might have my pinky finger on the ring of the bar, or I might just put my thumb in position on the grid with my hands a little bit closer. But it really just depends on what you're trying to achieve and what you're trying to acquire within the bench press. Last but not least, guys, make sure this is engaged, okay? I can't stress how many times you can use this to drive up another extra 30% of your bench press. Whether you're trying to get stronger, whether you're trying to produce more, whatever the case may be, whether you're just trying to lean out, you can still use this to help you produce more effort on this exercise, okay? I'm gonna show you guys about 5 simple reps on how to do this, okay? By the way, for the record, it's just 135, okay? So my feet are placed, my glutes are just about a little tight, my back and my abs are engaged, okay? I got my traps in the seat, I got my lats in the seat, my arms are ready, and here we go. So I lift the weight first, and I always hold about a good 2-3 seconds. I never come up and drop it, and I come down, okay? As you guys can see, my wrist stays straight. The biggest thing is, you guys saw me in the first rep, I actually let the bar sit on here or tapped it, just to let you guys know that if I was to drop the bar and I couldn't get the weight up, it can rest. So I'll show you guys again. Once I lift the weight, let's say Coach C, the weight's too heavy, right? Which you shouldn't be doing a weight that you can't do by yourself. If you're gonna come up and let's say if it just drops, the weight won't drop on my neck. Okay, because I have this safety bar right here in front of me, right on the side of me, that's gonna help me if I drop the weight. Okay. Other than that, if you know you can rep it out without having these safety bars, then just go ahead and rep them out. Okay. So there you have it, guys. The bench press, which does work your chest, triceps, your shoulders, your abs. It works all those amazing things. If you guys got any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or DM me. If you guys are looking to actually get your 90-day game plan where you're not only just lifting weights, but you get a nutrition plan, a meal plan, weekly coaching, weekly guidance, weekly assessments, daily motivation, just having an overall community and support, then again, comment or leave a comment below, DM me, and let's get you started on your first 10-minute game plan so we can fast track your results and see what my program can do to help you out. Again, it's Coach CJ, aka Coach Chop, Kingdom Fitness, guys. You guys have a good one.